Welcome back to Headlines Today. The Indian Air Force has identified a brand new threat. It has officially raised the alarm on an unlikely source of the problem, social media. Deputy Editor Shiv Arur accessed the Air Force's official red alert on this phenomenon, which it believes is risking the safety of those magnificent men and their flying machines.
There aren't many professions more dangerous and unforgiving as military aviation. Every second a pilot is in the air, he or she is bare moments away from a violent end. That's the job they sign up for. Over the years, hundreds of Air Force pilots have died in crashes. Their deaths brought on either by technical defects or fatal errors made in the cockpit. And now the Air Force has woken up to a new threat: social media. Headlines Today has exclusive access to Chief of Air Force Flight Safety, Air Marshal P.P. Reddy's stinging communication to all combat squadrons in the country last month, raising the alarm on an unhealthy preoccupation with social networking media among pilots, warning that the massive distraction is endangering the lives of pilots and the safety of aircraft. There's a reason why the Air Force is worried. Since July 2012, there have been at least 4 incidents across 3 fighter bases where pilots on air defense duty have been found to be fatigued and distracted as a result of late nights spent using social media, a serious issue for base commanders. Veterans have acknowledged the new danger.
There have been accidents in the past where it has been found that some of the youngsters, they were indulging in talking to various other people through the social media till the wee hours of the morning. And then the next morning when they had to fly and they got into a difficult situation which actually led to a fatality.
They would end up with lack of sleep, maybe also coupled with some stresses which would be part of this. And it could definitely affect their attention span, could produce a stress during their working hours.
The Indian Air Force is aware that it cannot and should not be seen as imposing restrictions on the usage of social media and latest technology. However, it has appealed and it hopes that the wisdom of its men and officers will ensure that there is no overindulgence, as doing so will have an impact not just on their personal and professional lives but also on national security.
The Air Force's warning has rung out at flying units across the country. With the danger identified, the question now is, can the Air Force truly control it, or can it only hope that young pilots heed the red alert?
Nothing in excess is ever very good, and that's especially true for combat pilots. While the Indian Air Force discovers the fabulous enabling qualities of social media, there is also the horror of realization that this very social media poses a direct possible threat to the lives of those very combat pilots. It's an uncomfortable dilemma between flight safety and free will.